State your name anyways for the video.
It's Kim Anderson, and I'm here on behalf of Modern Music Association. Modern Music Association is a not-for-profit organization that formed in 2009. We did start Modern Music in 2008, but we officially became a not-for-profit society in 2009. And we are a complete group of volunteers. There are no staff members or anything like that on our board. We're all volunteers. And our organization is dedicated to encouraging and promoting youth involvement in arts and cultural activities in the community, promoting careers in arts and culture, hopefully making our community a better place to live. So I've given you a package with regards to the Modern Music Conference for 2011. And with this year's 250th celebration, we have incorporated a 250th theme. And some of the highlights that we have this year, we have an opening reception where we'll have Christina Martin and Molly Thompson as our musicians. And as well, we're going to have 4 local youth that have been asked to write a song in the theme of the 250th celebration. And they will all be performing at the Ark on Friday, June the 10th. And artist Holly Carr, who is famous for being behind large Canadian symphonies and interpreting the music through painting, is going to be here at the Ark, and she's going to be interpreting the music played, and she'll be behind an 8-foot by 8-foot silk screen. So you will not see her, she's behind the screen, and she will be interpreting the music and painting this large painting. She's donated this painting to us, and we're going to auction this off, and all of the proceeds, that doesn't include any of our costs, none of our costs are coming out of any of these proceeds. Any proceeds for that will be going towards a high school bursary for a graduating student entering an fine arts or media technology program. So that's one of our highlights, which we're really excited about, because it's something that Yarmouth has only seen a little glimpse of when we had Creative Nova Scotia here a couple of years ago. They did something a little bit similar, but we get our youth involved in this, and we're pretty excited about that. Holly is also going to be staying around the next day, and she's going to be offering a workshop on the art of live performance painting, where we're attracting students in the Tri-County areas to attend, and that is coupled with various other workshops that we're offering. So another highlight, we have, again, Ryan Cook is going to be hosting our songwriters workshop. This is a youth only. Our whole belief is that the future of our community lies in the hands of our youth. So mentor them.
What would be the age, Kim, for that? 18 and under, 21 and under? What's the age?
We follow the province when it comes to the age of youth, and the province, most of their programs uses 25 and under.
Okay.
And so Ryan will be hosting a songwriters workshop, and he'll be working one-on-one with the students in there, and then they will later be performing on a youth mentor stage where they get to perform the music, and Brian will host that. The youth mentor stage has been a huge success in the past. We've tried it before, we're doing that again. It's another highlight for us. People really walk away feeling quite empowered by seeing the connection from a teacher or a mentor working directly with their student. And so that's something that we're offering. And then we have an art challenge, which we rolled out for the first time during Music Week last year. We held it at the Art Gallery in Nova Scotia. We're hosting another art challenge this year, except this year we're lucky enough to be extending it out to more schools in the Tri-Counties. And it's being very well received. And basically the challenge is 250. This is the theme. The students have to take that number, 250, and incorporate it into some form of artistic interpretation, whether it be a painting or a sculpture or what have you, and they will all be on display at the Art Gallery in Nova Scotia. That event that we initially held during Music Week was a huge inspiration for the youth that did take part from Yarmouth High. And I was told by David Baldwin, their teacher, that he had never seen his students work so hard to actually meet a deadline and interpret music of Nova Scotian artists, and we were quite excited to put it on display. And he, in an email, had expressed that it was the highlight of his career. So we were quite excited about that, because this is the whole idea. It's to inspire.
There, quite a nice evening.
It's to inspire,
yeah.
To create, to become involved. So again, our entire program in our conference is fueled by the belief that the future of the community lies in the hands of our youth, and so mentor them and provide them with stages to play on, or with themes to rise up to the challenge, so that they become involved, maintain their involvement, and perhaps embrace their community and or pursue a career in arts or music. We do really rely on financial support, and if you look at the budget that I've presented, we are only asking for 2% from the town to help us fund our program, 2% of our entire budget. We are offering an arts package in partnership with the Broadway Hotel. And this art package, they're giving us a room rate, a diminished room rate. And then, of course, we're kicking in the all events pass if you book a room.
Yeah.
And so again, we're trying to stimulate the economy, put heads in beds, and have people that attend, eat out of our restaurants and, support the local retailers. And all funds that are received in a grant form from a town or provincial or municipal base, they go towards the hiring of professional artists that we're trying to expose the youth to. It's not for anything other than that. The funds that we receive in grant form do go directly to the hiring of those.
So, yes, Kim, if everything really works out well to make maybe a little money, would you use that extra money to bring in another professional, another workshop, or another event for modern music, or would you just carry it over until next year?
I can honestly tell you, looking at our numbers right now, that we're not in any line to make any money. We're short and finding it a little bit difficult this year. But however, we're still plugging forward. We're not-for-profit, so there's no goal to make money. As a matter of fact, even though we have to forecast to sell tickets to the event, what we try to do is put as many free tickets in the hands of the community as we can, because it's not our goal to make money. If there was a surplus, then what we would do is we would hold more conferences, or perhaps we would step up and sponsor another local event that was going on in the same vein.
Perfect. Any questions for Kim? Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Kim, and 22,000 is quite a job. I commend you on that. One thing I'd like to know is that do you find that the youth are more attracted to this? Is there numbers growing by bringing Music Week down here and more artists? And is there, and if there is, what age group, basically?
Okay, so I'd like to make the clarification that modern music is not Music Week.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask. Okay.
We do promote Music Week. We have Music Nova Scotia coming. We're offering an industry luncheon this year. We've done this every year that we've ever held a conference. And the industry luncheon is Music Nova Scotia, SOCAN, which is your licensing entity for Canadian musicians, as well as some other industry representatives. And the idea is to expose the youth to the career of music and or arts. So we do, and we also promote Music Week. It's come to the arts, so it's in our program and we do promote it, but modern music is not Music Week. As far as the increase, we've had good success with regards to interest from the local youth, whether it be from a musical aspect and being able to perform or attend the songwriters workshops, guitar, drum workshops that we offer. We do get very, we receive what I would consider to be a good number of students interested and youth interested. We will open the door to somebody who is not a youth, but our focus is youth. The dynamics are changing in our town, and we've noticed that some of the students that were there before have now moved on or gone to university or are doing something different. So this is why we're really expanding out into the arts world as well, and trying to pull more cultural activities into Minor Music versus just music, because at the end of the day, music is connected to everything. Everything we do, music is everywhere, and so there is a strong connection. And the students that took part in the Unleash the Icon, which was the name of the event for that we held during Music Week, I can't express how elated they were. One of them later that they actually gained employment at the Art Gallery in Nova Scotia as a result of that event. And overall, the students were so inspired to be able to take a piece of music from a Nova Scotian artist of their choice and interpret that music into art and rise up to the challenge that it was just remarkable. So there is an interest, and we do have a conflict. You experience conflicts as you're organizing events that other non-profit organizations are doing the same thing. And recently it's been told to us that perhaps Paramba is having their prom the night of the 11th. I've had one student who was supposed to be playing on our stage June the 11th say that he would pick Minor Music over his own prom, which of course I asked him not to do that you only have one prom in your life and Minor Music will be around and you can come in your tuxedo and your girlfriend's prom dress and bring her to and have fun. But just to show you that the interest is there, that they really value the exposure to the professional artists that they get to play with, that are there at the conference, and the whole professional aspect that we try to spin on with this conference.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Councilor Dan.
Yes, well, Ken, thank you for coming, and thank you again for your lots of information and paperwork that you provide for your company's cost out. You can see where it's all cost out. Where all the money's going, you're not making anything. Well, it's a lot of work even in your organization. Last year, it was a little less than this year. And I can see why. Because, you know, things just cost us all remain the same.
We didn't get to hold our conference in 2010, and because of the application process, the requirement is to provide an updated budget from the previous year and then a forecasted budget for the current year. And so in true honesty, your 2010 budget that you had, we did not have a conference because the Grand Hotel triple booked our weekend.
Okay. But you had one in 2009,
In 2009, the budget would have been in around 14,000.
14,000, yeah. You only asked for 500 at that time.
Exactly.
But
We're not looking to try to get all of our money from one entity. We recognize that the town receives
no, and
applications.
I can see that you got it all proportional here. It's great. I like the way that you done it all up, and thank you for coming.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For those counselors who are not here today, if there are any questions, chunkafunk@ns.sapaco.ca, 742-1028. I'd be glad to answer your questions.
Right on, Kim. Thank you.
Thank you.